Hello, this is Calvin Kim with Thunderbolt, looking at Game Dev Tycoon. I love Kairosoft's game dev stories, so when we got a code for this, I knew I had to check it out. And it's sort of like a bare bones version of that. It's a PC equivalent, because most of Kairosoft's stuff is all on mobile, so it kind of fills a niche that Kairosoft's not really serving, but we've got our platforms, just like in Game Dev Story, they're parodies of real ones. Less so in this version, but let's see. Looking at our advantages here, and we're going to go with the Commodore. Make a mature ass surgery, So cool thing about this game, they released a pirated version that people who download the game illegally, they would have pirates within the game illegally downloading their in-game game. So it's kind of like a nice meta commentary, and it's like one unique thing that this game does that sets it apart from the mobile equivalent. Not really sure why we wouldn't want to make the best game we could here, so just going to set all the levers up on this. I guess time allotment might be the only downside here. So we're just starting out in this game. We're a basement developer, basically. There's not a whole lot going on. I kind of like how in Kairosoft's game, there's always people coming in and out. Your people are leaving the office, and they built like a full universe around this idea of all these businesses that are existing within each of their games. And it kind of has this cohesive feeling, like and essentially all their games could be developed within Game Dev Story. So it's a fun universe, but honestly, all I want more of is Game Dev Story. I've had enough of the hot spring simulators, Formula One. So we're getting new platforms in now. I'm not sure about the ramp up in this game. It feels a little bit too fast for me. I feel like there are all these options coming in before I could even get a game out. See, surgery simulator's done. Not very well for us, apparently. I kind of like the Game Dev Story critiques a little bit more. They have like a lot of character built into them. It's like oh, this game has a great niche appeal. It's amusing. And the overall character of the game too. I like the more pixelated look a little bit better. There's a lot of empty space here. And I feel like even the space that is there, so little of it's being used. We're just like sitting at the computer. We don't really do very much else. I mean, there's like bubbles and progress bars, and that's where the real action of it is, but it just feels a little bit empty in comparison. So we're going to make our Unreal Engine. not able to afford those right now, so we're just going to do this as save game engine. You know, big technical advancements back then. And I mean, this is kind of how game development started, isn't it? It was like a hobbyist thing, just guys in their basement. Even developers like id, they didn't start with big studios, but maybe we build up to it soon. So I don't really care for like the early genres. I feel they're all pretty specific. I don't really want to make a zombie game or a pirate sim, but kind of like a more general, like kind of like what was available for the platforms we're able to use at the time, you know, like a contextual selection of genres. That would make a lot more sense to me. Got our game gear. I do like the progress bubbles. Something satisfying about how they pop up. So we're a bit under, we're in the red right now in our cash flow, but should pick up with sales of this game. It's like we're leveling up on pretty much every aspect of our development. And that should feed into our next projects, and then we could kind of like sort of cater our projects to what our studio's doing well. So far everything seems to be leveling up pretty evenly though, so it's not like we're carving out any kind of niche. Yeah, see, these are genres are so specific. What should probably buy some licenses for the newer platforms because they own more of the market share, but it's kind of good to get in on the old ones before they peter out. Not much love for Game 10. Probably if you give it a real name, they're received a little bit better. I had one comment that was like, this game's just as generic as the name. It was like game number 5 or something. So it looks like there's a lot more available as we go, but right now we have a limited selection. Just go ahead, try and cater what we're doing around the platform now. I feel like the build up in Kairos House game is a little bit better. It's more evenly paced. They're good about introducing things in a balanced way. So it looks like it did a lot better now that we built it around probably what the audience is after. Try and pick up a bit of money here. Looks like we didn't finish in time. Do a detective action again. Seems like a good enough combination. It would be nice if there's a little bit more going on. Rest of the room just feels pretty empty. Maybe once you get into an office. see how this one did. Oh no. So I guess that'll probably about do it. It's a pretty good look at a Game Dev Tycoon. If you're on the PC and want a Kairosoft type experience, this is pretty close to your best option. It's a little plain, but it's competent enough. Alright, thanks for watching.